pick in the draft. Going to go after. Really want to, but I feel like we need a running back. He's the greatest fourth round prospect I've ever seen. He's mid fourth. Going to wait, and I'm going to get that other receiver. Let's hope he's not a bust.
Now that Price is off the board, Adam,
There we
what
go.
do
We
you
got
have on
two
him?
studs.
There are some experts who are ready to dismiss his high production in college since he never faced a top-tier defensive back. So finally, at the All-Star game, he was matched against one of the top defenders in the draft, and he came away looking very good. He was tightly covered all day, but that didn't stop him from hauling in several impressive catches. He solidified his position in the draft with that game, and now that he's been drafted, his new quarterback has to be excited to work with him in training camp.
And we just got
The
a
Titans are now on the clock.
stud guard.
Powers is now the pick. Adam, what can you tell us?
How quickly a year flies by. It's hard to believe that it was just 1 year ago that this kid caused a media firestorm when he announced he'd be staying in school for his senior season to make a run at the championship. Since that announcement, all he's done is win games, impress scouts, and validate why NFL teams have been so excited for him to finally graduate. At the same time, several analysts predicted staying another year in school may hurt his draft stock. Todd McShay even called the decision a gamble. GMs I talked to disagreed, feeling that the extra year has made him even more dynamic. He's an NFL-ready talent who should be able to find the field very quickly.
The Buccaneers are now on the clock.
It's the not so big stud. And that's the draft. We drafted stud after stud after stud. It was a good draft. Very good draft. Let's hope that, let's see, this guy, let's move him to tackle. I like our receiving core now. Really do.
Don't forget, work on installing your game plan prior to this week's matchup.
I expect the Browns to have the first pick in the draft. Okay, there we go. Now we can have time for our new receivers to groom. Okay, there we go. Let's sim to the playoffs, because I doubt we're going to make the playoffs this year. There it is. Oh, excuse me. So channel update. I'm still waiting, kind of, for stuff to
You have a
get settled.
player that is all healed up from injury and available to play.
Not bad. It's a lot better. Anyways, we're just into the off season. Anyways, channel update. We are going to stop doing as many live streams. I still need a game capture.
This is the last opportunity to resign your players,
We need to
or
resign
they
Aaron
will
Donald.
become free agents.
The big need is Aaron Donald. Make him the richest man in the NFL. No, those are the only two players from that I want to keep. Let's see. Oh my lord. It's a big fish. It's a big fish. It's a big fish. We gotta get this big fish. Could always use depth. Depth. Beast mode. Welcome to Los Angeles.
All combine stats such as the 40-yard dash are now available in scouting. Check it out. Each player now has a combine grade. Combine performance tells you how his speed.
The 9th, 13th, and 15th, I will not be able to get him. Maybe not him. I want to fix that gaping hole at strong safety. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna sim to the draft. We're gonna trade for the first pick so we can get that right end.
The Buccaneers are now on the clock.
Because we need that right end to pair with Aaron Donald. Sorry, just brain fart. First pick. Let's give them a left tackle. They don't want.
I see both teams
There
filling
we
out
go.
cards. You know what that means? We've got a trade.
I'm gonna go with this middle linebacker.
Rams have just made their pick. Adam, what can you tell us about him?
He's a ferocious defender whose speed makes him a nightmare for offenses when he blitzes. After setting the team record for sacks in a game, he soared up draft boards. Scouts I spoke with raved about his football
There we
IQ,
go.
feeling he could captain a defense in a matter of years. Sources tell me that aside from his fierce reputation to get to the quarterback, his true value is that he can impact the game mentally as well as physically. Opposing offensive coordinators will need to give great thought to assigning a back or tight end to stay at home and block him during
Okay.
pass plays. This eliminates
There
an
we go, we
offensive
just got our
weapon and
franchise
shifts the
quarterback.
balance of power to the defense. Not many linebackers in this league garner that type of attention, making him a special talent.
The Bills are now on the clock. Adam, what can you tell us about that last pick?
He made the wise decision to stay another year in school to continue polishing his abilities as a passer, and that decision really paid off for him. He was the top-rated senior quarterback this year, and that was never more apparent than at the All-Star game. He showed the ability to take lead of an offense with only a week of practice and consistently move the ball downfield to score on every drive he was on the field. He showed the ability to progress through multiple reads, and it's that vital trait that coaches needed to see. He's shown the ability to be a great quarterback.
Nah, drafted a
Let's see if he
bust.
can do it in the NFL.
What are you gonna do?
Our very own Adam Schefter has more to say about this pick.
He was always a player who cared about academics, and that couldn't have been made any more clear when he decided to forego his senior season in order to take on more classes. His goal was to graduate before entering the NFL draft, and at the sacrifice of his final year of football eligibility, he was able to pull it off. The decision left some experts scratching their heads, but guys like Matt Miller saw it as a smart move to stay injury-free and remove the distraction of getting his diploma once he went pro. At least.
It's not the best line, but it'll do. So we upgrade Cooper Cup a little bit.
Kick off your week by installing your game plan.
Look at that. We might trade away these 2 picks just for Mac. Trade offer was accepted. What do you know? We got El Mac Attack. Let's bring in Sue as well. There we go. We got a nasty line. It's gonna be a nasty defensive line. Let's hope that this defensive line can make a push. We're gonna do a trade with the Broncos. How about that? Let's see, just for the lulz. Let's see. Okay, so we just got a stud defense. I feel like I'm gonna trade him away for a running back. Preferably you. Okay, so we still need DBs, like bad. So to the playoffs we go. My dog said hi, guys. Anyway, so we just got a stud defense. And we did not make the playoffs. Whoa. How bad is our offense? How good is our defense? That's a better question. God, this is a hot or cold team.
This is the last opportunity to resign your players, or they will become free agents.
I'm definitely gonna make a push for you. I'll be right back. Turning off salary cap now because we need the weapons. Okay. And Derrick Henry. Okay. Okay, so let's see how many people actually signed.
All combine stats such as the 40-yard dash are now available in scouting.
Okay.
Check it out.
Okay. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, got the 5th pick in the draft. Some interesting. I like that guy. And him.
The Raiders are now on the clock. The Raiders pick is in. Adam, tell us more about Branch.
Well, I'm a little surprised to hear his name get called at this point. But if you look at what he did at his pro day, it'll make a little bit more sense. He's always been gifted with speed, but he was in a scheme where he was kept to just running deep routes and creating space in the middle of the field. He was a good team player and never complained about his role, but you can see it in his pro day that he has the ability to be so much more. We'll have to wait until game day, however, to see if that was just a fluke or if this guy's the real deal.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a trade. All right, now that the pick's in, let's go to Adam. Adam, what can you tell us about this guy?
After turning in an average performance at the Combine, his pro day was a last-chance effort to show off his athleticism. He kicked off the day by running his 40 time in just under 5 seconds. Nothing special, but what scouts were most impressed with was his 10-yard split. He tested faster than most other linemen in the draft. At the sound of the gun, he was out of his stance and passed it.
Okay, let's make a push.
Before we go any further, make sure to install your game plan for your upcoming matchup. Make sure your squad's ready to fire on all cylinders while
playoffs.
prepping this week's game plan.
Well, who do we play in the playoffs? We're gonna win. We're gonna go to the Super Bowl. Never mind.
This is the last opportunity to resign your players, or they will become free agents.
Watch Le'Veon Bell ends up being out here. I'm gonna cry. Wow. Anyways, guys, well, didn't win the Super Bowl. But, you know, it was fun. I mean, like, until I can actually do more stuff for you guys that I'll enjoy, this is what I will be doing for a while. So, love you guys. The one person that probably watches me. See you guys in the next video. Later.